Comrade, it's a great time having you. There's nothing can stop you. Motivation message I bring to you. My name is Mr. Kwase. Go to my YouTube channel. I have nothing can stop you. Motivation message. Watch them, subscribe to them. I'm counting you to get more subscribers and views. Also, go to YouTube, another channel, have another channel. Your marriage will be a state of mind to the world. A lot of teachings on dating and courtship and marriage. Watch them, subscribe to them. Have a lot of ebooks I've written for you. Some of these ebooks are building a competitiveness in the crowded planet. $4. It will be impossible to have this world without you. $4. Your marriage will be a state of mind to the world. $5. There is something inside you. The world is in need of $4. Leaders of Generation Tickets, $5. Go to Amazon, Kenya, and download. Get these books for yourself. I'm sharing with you in the next 15 minutes. Motivation must have entitled, Don't Make That Mistake Again. Don't make that mistake again. Don't make that mistake again. So it just relentlessly. It is a mendacity to hold on, or it's an mendacity or it's erroneous to hold on to your mistakes because it will dwarf your propitious path of development, or it will reduce your pleasant path of development. Stupendously, or most importantly, I appreciate that it will be impossible to have this world without you. When you uniquely position yourself for that scalability of your performance, of your penetrating performance, when that will only happen when you put your mistakes behind you over the period, as was the mindset of a man called John Cena, American actor and wrestler over the period, who understood the need to understand that it will be mendacity to hold on to mistakes because it will dwarf your propitious part of development. And I appreciate that it will be possible to have the world without him. That uniquely positions himself to have that scalability of permeating performance in every aspect of his life. I appreciate that by anticipating your diversifying varying degrees of mistakes, you can move confidently in the direction and content of your dream. With your escalating understanding, with the escalating understanding that your destiny is greater than your mistakes and your weaknesses. As a woman called Nadia Comenisia, a Romanian athlete over the period, has sort of an attitude, and that helped her to culminate in life propellingly, or most importantly, with your fine architecture value, understand that life is a teacher. Relentlessly, you have to find out what lesson is life teaching you out of every mistakes you face in life. Your ability to do that will serve as a palliative measure or palliative approach, or very vehement approach or robust approach with that monumental sake of conquering yourself to deal with any mistakes you go through. As a man called Carl June, a Swedish psychologist over the period, understood what it means that to find a value and understand that life is a teacher, serving as a palliative measure with that monumental sage of conquering himself persistently. There's a quote from a man called John C. Maxwell, American clergyman, once said that a man must be good enough to admit his mistake, smart enough to profit from them, and strong enough to correct them. And ostensibly, it is true that experience is another name we give to our mistakes over the period when we understand what it means to achieve that. I want to remind you, I have a lot of motivation messages. I go to YouTube, my channel, that can stop you. Motivation, watch them and subscribe to them. I will also YouTube another channel, marriage will be state of mind to what. There are a lot of teachings on dating and courtship. Watch them, subscribe to them for me. But so I want to share you a story of a man called Canon Helen Sanders. Who is Canon Helen Sanders? Canon Helen Sanders is an American businessman and a former founder of KFC. KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken Company. We all know KFC. His father died at the age of the father died in 1895. His mother focused on tomato factory whilst he cooked for his siblings. In 1897, he became skilled in cooking bread with vegetables, with meats, and that was a monumental groundwork that set him. In 1906, at the age of 16, he falsified his date of birth and enlisted in the American Army, and was awarded the Cuban Pacification Medal displayed in 1907. He secured a job at the North. He was later sacked for falsifying his document. He later secured a job in the army. He was sacked for falsifying his document. He later secured a job at the North Alabama Railway, but later was fired due to insubordination. And this actually was sort of an act that was very repetitive for insubordination. That caused that very unpleasant for insubordination. Later, he secured a job at Illinois Central Railway. Whilst he was working, was studying law. And later, he was later fired for having a brawl or having a fight with one of his colleagues. After losing his job, he started practicing law because that time he finished the law, and the standard of living started improving. But it lasted for only 3 years when he was practicing law, because After he had a brawl with one of his clients, his own client, he fought with one of his own clients in the law court, and that destroyed his personality, and a law certificate was confiscated from him. He experienced protracted failures due to his inability to extrapolate apparent resourcefulness from his mistakes. In 1916, he secured another job at the Prudential Life Insurance Company. He was later fired for insubordination. In 1922, he got a job at the Secretary of Chamber of Commerce in Columbus, Indiana. He left the job. He claimed that he was not good at the job, and he resigned. That was multitudinous, perennial mistakes and failures. The money he made from his ferry boat company, $22,000, he used, which is equivalent to $378,000 today. He used that money to start a company that was manufacturing acetylene lamps, but the company failed due to the fierce competition from Delco Company. Unflaggingly or consistently, he kept on facing that debacle or unpleasant mayhem due to some of his personal mistakes. In 1924, he got a job as a salesman at Michelin Tire Company, where the company also was shut down. So the company was shut down. It was shut down in 1924. He got a job. The general in 1924. In 1924, a general manager of Standard Oil. When he was at Michelin, was 1924. In 1924, the general manager of Standard Oil Company asked him to run a service station at Nicosia. In 1930, the service station he started closed down due to the Great Depression that happened in the U.S. and spread to the rest of the world. He experienced myriad of this egregious act out of disappointment, because at the point he even thought of committing suicide, because he experienced a lot of disappointment from a young age to age almost about 50 years, experiencing still disappointment and these mistakes he was committing. At the end of the Great Depression, the Shell Oil Company at Kentucky allowed him to run a service station, serving chicken dishes and other meals such as county hams and steaks. He remembered that at that age, he remembered that he can fry chicken and nobody else. And that at old age, he patented the secret recipe of frying chicken. Restaurant that used his idea in fried chicken, they paid him and through that he established the KFC company. Before the KFC, I went joined the KFC. He was ambassador for KFC, traveling 200,000 miles in a year on behalf of the company. That time, the governor of Kentucky gave him the title Colonel, because he said he fried chicken and nobody else. At that time, he knew that his attitude of bald-headedness and self-righteousness, anchored in lack of diplomacy, have caused his multitudinous failures and mistakes he had made over the past. He decided not to commit those mistakes again by imprisoning his attitude of self-righteousness, anchored in lack of diplomacy, and this made him very rich at his old age, culminating in possible life development. And that was the mindset, that was the attitude that helped him to achieve what he ought to achieve. I want to remind you, I'm Bismarck. Go to my YouTube. Nothing Can Stop You. Motivational. Watch them, subscribe to them. I have another channel too. Your marriage will be a state of mind to work. A lot of teachings on dating and question of marriage. Watch them and subscribe to them for me. I'm counting on you guys. I have a lot of ebooks at Amazon, Kindle, and Gumroad. So these are some of them. Building a competitiveness in the crowded planet, $4. To be impossible to have this work without you, $4. Your marriage will be a state of mind to work, $5. There is something inside you. The world is in need of $4. Leaders of generation thinkers, $5. Go to Amazon, Kindle, and Gumroad. Have a lot of these books for you. Buy them for me. Let me wrap up on this. What are some of the grandiose, or what are some of the vehement or robust ways, or some of the vehement ways that can help you avoid repeated mistakes? How can you avoid repeated mistakes? In simple and unflaggingly or relentlessly, or most importantly, develop a character development plan. Develop a character development plan. Any character you lack that's causing your protracted or continuous mistakes, that is affecting your community possibility development, develop a revolution plan within 2 or 3 years to try to jettison or get rid of it. Examine 20 to 30 personalities globally that had that character weakness but are able to overcome it. Extrapolate their robust strategy that help them to overcome it. So develop a character development plan. Any character you lack that's causing you to make that mistakes, develop a plan to deal with that. Examine personality, 20 to 30 of them that had such a weakness but they're able to overcome, and extrapolate the strategy that help them to overcome, to deal with your repeated mistakes. As it was a man called Duncan Nicholas Bishop and Archbishop Nicholas Duncan Williams in Ghana over the period, worked towards dealing with some of these setbacks, help him become the Ghanaian charismatic pioneer and general overseer of Action Chapel International in Ghana in sprinters over the period, to help him to achieve what he ought to achieve. Number 2, patently understand that every problem you face in life, regardless of who caused that problem, whether it's government, relative, parents, friends, or international organization, Develop the crystallizing mindset that you are the cause of the problem. So any problem you face, regardless of who caused it, you just make your mind that you are the cause of the problem. Why is it very important? It will avoid you making repeated mistakes of exceedingly blaming people for multiple problems you face in life. Instead, it will help you to streamline your internal structures and resourcefulness to circumvent these problems without waiting for the causes of this problem behind it to solve this problem. It will help you to move with the new era of speed without pinnacle life development. And always remember that the first enemy you must have to conquer is yourself. The first battle you have to win is to conquer yourself. You are your true enemy. And so, always, every problem you face in life, regardless of whoever caused the problem, just take it that you are every problem you face in life, regardless of whoever caused it, take it as you are the cause of the problem. They will avoid making repeated mistakes of blaming people for a lot of problems you face, and challenge yourself how to face it, to conquer these problems, to move on to what you want to achieve. Because remember that the first enemy you have to conquer is yourself. The first battle you have to win is to conquer yourself. You are your true enemy. There's no enemy to conquer by yourself. As there was a man called George Bernard Shaw, an Irish playwright over the period, has such an attitude over the period. Number 3, monumental. Stop your repeated mistakes of reducing your community possible life development to job seeker, and rather be a job creator. Stop shifting your thinking pattern towards job seeker to job creator. Don't be subservient to people's resourcefulness, but understand that you can create a job you want yourself. Do stop this stagnant mindset. This staggeringly will help you understand that you have a pursuit of endowment to create a powerful business better than what you are seeking for. That there is something inside you the world is in need of. As was the attitude of a man called Jakun, Ukrainian American businessman who created WhatsApp over the period. At the point in time, he wanted a job at Facebook. He was rejected, but later he went on with his friend and created WhatsApp. And later, Facebook came by to buy WhatsApp and offered him to be part of the board because he understood what it means that he will not make a repeated mistakes of blaming, the repeated mistake of always seeking for a job. He believed that he had a pursuit of endowment to create a powerful job than an existing one. And that helped him to deal with that sort of attitude, sort of thing that make people make repeated mistakes. Number 4, without any equivocation, understand that one of the oldest debilitating source of repeated mistakes, or one of the oldest unpleasant source of mistakes is in our life, is consistently blaming people for disappointing you. It's a misconstrued mentality that does not help you. Stop that repeated mistake. Blame yourself for expecting so much from people. Those people are not your constant source of groundbreaking development. So stop that repeated mistake of blaming people for disappointing you. Blame yourself for expecting so much from people where they are not your constant source for groundbreaking development. It was the attitude of Vera Vikulika, Serbian great athletes over the period, understood what it means to avoid repeated mistakes, to get rid of that repeated mistake of blaming people for disappointing him, to challenge himself with that positive endowment to achieve his dream. Number 5, because the most important, demystify that mindset that make you repeated mistakes, that you have to live protractedly or you live consistently on the achievement of others. If you live consistently on the achievement of others, or you live consistently on the thinking results of others, it will make you a puppet under the achievement, and it will make you subservient to their development. It will make you subdue to their development. Be hell-bent, be destined to work towards living consistently on your life achievement to create your own personal world. It was the attitude of a man called French Madame Saint, one of the Polish great actors. So one of the mistakes most of people do is that they live consistently on the achievement of others. If you do that, it will make you like a puppet under people's achievement or subservient to their development, make you subdue to their development. You should have to be hell-bent, destined towards living consistently on your resourcefulness and your achievement to create your own personal world, to get rid of that repeated mistakes you've been doing, living consistently on taking results of other people, living consistently on the achievement of people's resourcefulness, and see what you can achieve for yourself and your group. Number 6, the last one, indubitably, stop repeating mistake of execrable or exacerbating excess comparison with others. Instead, compare yourself with yourself, what you have achieved and what you are made up of. Bridge the gap. Understand the best competition yourself. Understand that the fact that people are succeeding doesn't mean you are failing. In fact, have that attitude, and that will help you get rid of unnecessary comparison, because the best competition is yourself. Compare yourself to yourself, find out what you have achieved and what you hope to achieve, and bridge the gap to get to where you want to be. The fact that people are succeeding doesn't mean you're failing. Get rid of such abhorrent attitude and achieve what you want to achieve. Don't make that mistake again. I want to remind you, I'm Bismarck. Say, go to my channel. Nothing can stop you. Watch my videos, subscribe to them. I'm counting on you to get more subscribers and viewers. Go to YouTube, another channel, Your Marriage Will Be a State of Mind, to a lot of teachings on dating and question in marriage. Watch them and subscribe to them for you. I'm counting on you to get more subscribers and views. Have a lot of ebooks. I'm not getting the sales. I know you helped me get the sales. Go to Amazon, Kenya, and Gumroad. Have a lot of these ebooks. Some of these books are building your competitiveness, the credit plan is $4. To be impossible to have this work without you, $4. Your Marriage Will Be a State of Mind, to a world $5. There is something inside you. The world is in need of $4. Leaders of Generation Think gets $5. Amazon, Kenya, and Gumroad. Always remember, don't make that mistake again. The fact that people are succeeding doesn't mean you're failing. The best competition is yourself. Compare yourself with yourself, and your first enemy you must conquer is yourself. You are your true